Hi, it's Adrianna, and I wanted to take a minute to invite you to our prayer and accountability group. So last week, we're going through, each week, we'll go through a different prayer in the Bible. And last week we went through the Lord's Prayer, and I wanted to just briefly share with you the 5 key takeaways we had. So this is sort of like a commercial for you so you can see what to expect in our next meeting. So the first thing we learned is that this is the model prayer. This is the prayer that God has given us as a model when he says, when you're praying, pray in this manner. And so he's given this as a model way to pray. Secondly, the right kind of prayer that we have comes to God as a father. And really interesting, I wanted to note that the prayer starts off this way: Our Father which art in heaven. And it's interesting for us to be able to distinguish this very thing. A privileged title demonstrates a privileged relationship. God, our Father, is a privileged title. And as daughters, as us coming together as a sisterhood, we are daughters of God. And that indicates that we have a privileged relationship with him, that we can come directly to him. No one coming in between us, but we can come directly to our God and our Creator and make our requests known and cry our hearts out to him. So there's a privilege in this relationship that we have. That's the second thing. The third thing is the right kind of prayer has a passion for God's glory and agenda. We learned that the kingdom of God is God's rule and reign on the earth. And we can have that today. We can have his rule and his reign where we are today. It's not this foreign place. It's not this lofty ideal, but wherever God rules and reigns unrestrained in our lives, there his kingdom is. And so we can bring his kingdom to our homes, to Publix, to the park, wherever it is that we go. That's the third thing. The fourth thing is the right kind of prayer will freely bring its own needs to God. And it's important for us to know that God cares about the little things. He says in that prayer, we're praying for daily bread. And I know that theologians speculate whether or not he's talking about like communion bread or actual bread. And I think the consensus is that he's talking about like your daily bread, your daily food, the things that you need to survive. God cares about the little things. So it doesn't matter what we're feeling or what's going on in our lives. We can bring that forward to God. We don't have to feel like it's insignificant to him. He captures every tear that we cry. He keeps that as a record. And so because of that, we know that he's concerned about the little things that go on in our lives. And so we should bring that forward to him. That's the fourth thing. And, this was like a bonus thing, but temptation. Lead us not into temptation. As I was thinking about, God, what is temptation? Temptation doesn't always talk about solicitation to do evil, but temptation literally means test. And so sometimes God saying in this prayer, lead us not into temptation, might mean for us, God, help me to want to do what it is that you want me to do. God, give me a right mind and a right spirit. Reset every single day, right? We need to renew our minds, reset what it is that I want to do, my agenda. Take that over, Lord, and have your agenda move forward in my life. So temptation literally means test, not necessarily soliciting us to do something bad, right? So that's a game changer when I was reading this. And how many times have we prayed or read the Lord's Prayer and not fully grasped that? And the fifth and the final thing that I took from this, and right, this is not an exhaustive list. The Bible is just continually changing us and renewing our minds and like the emoji where our minds are blown up. But the fifth thing is the right kind of prayer praises God and credits him, the kingdom and the power and the glory. And so in addition to God caring about the little things, we are also going to give God praise in this group for what God is doing in our lives. And we're going to see God moving in our lives through our prayers. What I love about our group that we do is we have a request side and we have a praise side, and we're going to be giving God praise for what he's doing in our lives. Furthermore, we're going to be seeing that together as a body. We're going to see how God is moving in our community, in each individual life, in each church, in each home. And so if you aren't connected to a growing group of women that are, like-minded and wanting God just to be with Jesus, then I challenge you to join us on Sunday. because that's what we're going to be doing. And we would love it if you could join us and pray with us and us pray for you and hold each other accountable. We would absolutely love it. So if you're curious, and if that was like, hey, I enjoyed that, you can join us and learn more. Okay, I look forward to hearing from you. Have a good day.